Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Fredrick Douglas Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. I hope that your day is off to a great start because you know you always get mine off to a great start. Rick, how do you say it? This is the day the Lord has made. We rejoice and are glad in it. Why? Because God's got a blessing, and check this, your name is on it. That's Norman Hutchins. Hutchins is on to something here because God is so good that God custom fits blessings that can't fit anybody but you. God tailor makes blessings that are designed exactly for you. God, in God's omniscient omnicompetence, knows who you are, where you are, what you need, and when you need it. And God will tailor a blessing that will help you overcome your brokenness. God will tailor a blessing that will see you through the burdens that you have to carry. God will tailor make a blessing for you. Here is the good news. God's got a blessing and your name is on it. So don't trip on what other folk have. You thank God for what you already have because God's got a blessing with your name on it. Don't be jealous about somebody else's blessing. Listen, it ain't for you. It does not fit you. God has a blessing with your name on it. So instead of complaining about what others had, go ahead, claim the blessing that God has that has your name on it. Y'all have a blessed day because guess what? God's got a blessing and your name is all on it.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 13 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Thursday, March 27th. Here's what's happening in the news. The Pentagon is standing firm, saying no classified intel was shared in a group chat between Trump officials, even after leaked messages revealed exact military strike times. The Pentagon insists these texts were just updates on an already approved mission. Trump is brushing off concerns and calling the story a witch hunt. VP J.D. Vance and his wife switched their travel plans after controversy over Trump's past claim that the U.S. should control Greenland. Instead of visiting Greenland's capital and national events, they'll tour a U.S. space base. Florida lawmakers are pushing to loosen child labor laws so teens can work longer hours, including overnight shifts. The bill would remove work hour limits for 16 and 17-year-olds and allow 14-year-olds to work overnight. Supporters say it helps businesses, while critics warn it could lead to exploitation and hurt school performance. For information on these stories and more, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Here's Rock T with sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
What it is, man. All right, Rick Dog, is going down. New York Giants' new quarterback, Russell Wilson, has his first press conference and says he expects to be the starting quarterback next year because, you know, Jameis Winston, the New York Giants. We talked about this briefly because Jameis Winston. That
sounds about right.
He's going to be the starting quarterback.
Okay.
But he's supposed to have that mentality, say, of course I expect. You don't go somewhere expecting not to start.
Right. But him and Jameis Winston, between the two of them, they should have a successful season. I don't know if they'll win the Super Bowl, but they'll have a successful season.
Okay. So what you think about Aaron Rodgers possibly signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers? It ain't happened yet.
They franchise is going to go down, and that coach is going to lose his job if they give Aaron Rodgers that job because he got Green Bay Packers coach fired. Not Green Bay, but the Jets coach fired. And he's just trouble. He's not good anymore. He don't have that same whatever he had.
That fire?
That fire anymore. He need to retire.
We're going to find out, man.
Oh, man.
He need to retire.
I don't know about all that. I mean, he may.
Look at his stats. He would make a great backup quarterback.
He ain't going to be the backup. I'm going to tell you that right now.
He got a bad ego, man. Look how he treated the coach at the Jets. Had a good coach.
Well,
the Jets was winning.
We're going to find out, dog. I think he got one more year left.
Am I right or wrong?
Mike Tomlin could possibly get one more year out of him. If anybody, Mike Tomlin can.
And Mike Tomlin ain't going to get fired.
Come on, dog.
Nah, he's gonna retire with them. He's very clear.
That's what it is, man. It's my quick sports report right there. Bring it in, Tack. Good morning. What you got coming up next?
Good morning. Congratulations are in order to Candy Burris and Denzel Washington. And I'm going to tell you why up next in the Hot Spot on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The Hot Spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, so Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's the bottom of the hour, y'all. We are broadcasting live from the Disney Dreamers Academy at Walt Disney World Resort. Brat got the hot spot right here. What up?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, the Broadway play Othello, starring Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal, made a historic box office achievement this week. The Shakespearean production has reportedly been named the top-grossing Broadway play of all times, earning $2.8 million in just 8-week preview performances. Wow, even before its official debut this past Sunday. That is amazing. We are so happy for Candy Burris and Todd Tucker. They are family to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. This production stars Denzel and is produced by Candy Burris and Todd Tucker.
Big round of applause for that, man. That's big.
Yes,
And
that
you know
is
what?
big.
Denzel said, I am a stage play that happens to do film. He said not the other way around.
Right.
In an interview. Yeah, he said he started out doing those stage plays. So there you go.
That's amazing. All right, moving on, y'all. Will Smith has shared his thoughts on his 10-year ban from the Oscars after his infamous Chris Rock slap at the show back in 2022. Now, in a recent interview, Will was asked flat out what his plans are with the ban, and here's what he had to say.
I am looking to be the best human I can possibly be, and I'm going to take what I get with that.
Okay.
That's fair.
That is fair.
What?
I thought he was going to say more than that.
The thing about it is when you make a bad mistake like that and you get the backlash that he got, the only thing you could do is try to figure out how can I be like I had some stuff happen to me that I did that I was not proud of, and I promised to never get myself in that type of predicament again.
Right.
To be just like that, because when you start doing stuff again, people looking at you like something is wrong with you.
Right.
And you can recover. You can do so much good to make people forget about the bad.
Right.
You understand? But it's going to take 20 good things to forget about the bad.
Too.
And some time.
For that one thing.
For that one thing to go away.
People still ain't going to forget, honey. That will never be erased. When you walked out your house that day, you should have thought you was the best human you could be.
Well, we all make mistakes, Gary.
Yeah, but I mean, that man, he hit that man.
There go that man.
Remember who he hit? Do you remember who he hit?
Yeah, Chris Rock, and I feel
Gary.
so bad for him.
All right. Don't feel bad. They have all moved on, and they all want to be better people.
Chris doing good. Chris got some money. You know, Will gave him some money up under the table.
He would have wanted to, honey.
All right, y'all, last but not least, T.I. and Tiny have officially put the defamation lawsuit filed against them by former friend Sabrina Peterson in the past. In fact, a judge has dismissed the whole case entirely. Sabrina Peterson was reprimanded in court this week for what a judge called her inexcusable failure to push the case along. Now, she originally sued T.I. and Tiny for defamation in 2021 after they denied her prior accusations that they had drugged and sexually abused multiple women. Now, she also accused T.I. of holding a gun to her head in front of her kids. Ooh, that is crazy. That's serious. Now, 5 of the 7 claims were soon dismissed, and the couple then countersued for nearly 6 figures worth of court fees, and they won in October of 2023. However, Miss Sabrina has yet to pay the $96K debt because she couldn't afford it. But she did say she could pay it back to the Harrises if they would accept $1,000 a month until it's paid off. And because it hasn't been paid and she hasn't paid off her debt, she has made no attempt in advance to advance her lawsuit. The case has been dismissed.
Oh.
So congratulations to T.I. and Tiny, because that is something horrible that you don't want over your head. And if the lady wanted them to be pursued and sued and all that, then she should have paid the $1,000 a month or worked out a payment plan to start paying them. So apparently she didn't care that much.
Right.
All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. For more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Coming up next, we got Special K with the news you absolutely, positively cannot use. The time now was 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
We are broadcasting live from the Disney Dreamers Academy at Walt Disney World Resort. Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. Gary!
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day here at the Dreamers Academy in Florida. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Y'all, Serena Williams, baby. People say y'all know Serena dominated the Grand Slam. She launched businesses and she took over the fashion runways. But they're saying that people got a fan, or should I say, fans got a rare, messy, and surprisingly relatable peek into her life as a mom and a home cook. Now, in a recent Instagram, they're saying that the tennis icon, she rolled up her sleeves, but some people say she really didn't roll up her sleeves. She just actually used her bare hands to make dinner, honey, for her beautiful daughter, Olympia, and their 2 family dogs. Now, they're saying that the video captures Serena in the kitchen dressed in what looked like a tennis outfit as if she had just stepped off the court. And they're saying, honey, her beautiful daughter, honey, helped slice tomatoes, broccoli, and carrots with Olympia, honey, just taking charge and carrying on. But this is the deal, though. People are saying it just wasn't a visual moment. They're saying midway through the reel, they're saying the family's dog, honey, just came trotting over, clearly aware that dinner prep might, honey, mean snack time. Without hesitation, they say Serena broke off a small piece of sausage and fed it to the dogs with her hands, y'all, before turning right back to the stove, honey, to keep cooking for her daughter. They're saying that there was no dramatic wipes, no hand sanitizer in sight. They say it was raw, real, and deeply human. That she could go to CPS, could come get her.
Oh, God, lick her fingers.
They're going to come get Serena.
They're going to come get Serena because that's not a good look, baby. Baby, Serena.
Not the child, Serena.
Serena, honey. Oh, my God. Serena should know better. Now, you don't be cooking with your bare hand and then feeding the dog and that child. That child's 7 years old.
She wasn't feeding the child at the same time, Gary.
She did with the same. They say she didn't have no wipes or nothing, so she used the same hands, honey, that she fed the dog with to the child, honey. Oh,
Gary, don't do that. What do you do when you go to the bathroom?
No, it wasn't the bathroom, baby. This was, honey, in the kitchen.
Oh, because you came out the bathroom one time and you didn't wash your hands.
Well, I don't have to wash my hands because if they don't get dirty, honey, they don't get washed. But anyway, honey, so if they don't get dirty, they don't get washed, honey.
What you mean they don't get dirty?
Because he sit down?
Okay, nah. Make no error, boo. So, honey, they do not get washed.
He has no contact.
So Serena's hand didn't get dirty. She just handed the dog some food. The dog didn't lick her fingers.
What? Dogs always licking.
No, they don't. They don't lick. You don't have one, Gary, so you wouldn't know.
They always have their tongue out, Brad.
No, Gary, you can hand the dog the food, and the dog does not have to lick your hand.
Gary, you never had a dog?
No, I ain't had. No, I've never had a dog.
Even growing up, y'all didn't have a dog?
Oh, we had a lot of dogs. Yeah, my daddy loved dogs, but our dogs, not the new dogs. We didn't feed them sausage. Yeah, the new dogs the ones that y'all take around to the mall, honey, and feed.
Right. And what's the difference between the new dog and the old dog?
Our dog, hey, this is what our dog, we had our dogs chained to the tree.
Old school.
That's abuse. They know that's abuse now, but it wasn't abuse then because we did not take them to no damn kennel or whatever y'all take them to.
The vet.
The vet.
My God.
So what y'all do when the dogs get sick?
They didn't get sick. Dogs didn't get sick back then.
Hey, I'm with Gary. I'm with Gary. Dogs in the 70s. Them old school German Shepherds, they didn't get sick. They didn't have shots or nothing. They just lived.
They need their shots.
They did not get sick. That's y'all that got more money now want to take them to the damn vet because you can.
Gary, they go to the vet, the dentist. They go everywhere.
They go everywhere.
Dog be having braces and all that.
Brush their teeth. I'm like, girl.
You have to brush their teeth.
No, we didn't brush their teeth because their teeth didn't need brushing.
They will lose their teeth. They can die.
Well, they didn't die then. They died now.
They didn't die then.
They didn't die then. Ain't none of our damn dogs died. I don't know what y'all talking about. But that's y'all new dogs, honey. So congratulations to the new dogs.
Gary, these dogs bougie.
They bougie, yeah. Hell, riding in the back seat of the car, looking at people when they pass by. They say Beyonce had her dog in the back seat of her Rolls Royce and they passed out the neighborhood looking at the poor people.
And he a dog.
And he a dog. I don't know, man. I don't know where y'all come from, baby. We didn't have those kind of dogs, honey. Look, Ricky, we had roof. Y'all got piñana. Moving on, dog. In other celebrity news, baby, Glorilla, honey. They say Glorilla, baby. Oh, my God. A lot of people saying Glorilla may lose her whole career. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that she was trending recently, y'all. They said that she called time on her St. Louis concert after they had 3 fights that night, and they say she ended the concert. People are livid with her.
Well, it's a safety issue. If you on stage performing and fights break out and something happened and you keep performing, they could turn around and sue you. Isn't that what they did to Travis Scott?
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm sorry though, honey. If you know, they have metal detectors when they go in?
Well, that ain't gonna really that's security or something.
No, you gotta use a metal detector to go to a
But
concert.
they was fighting with their hands.
But that's the good part about it. They ain't got no gun or nothing. Hell, let them fight. You continue that concert. I paid good money to see you.
You can't perform it.
Yeah, girl, look, I'm going to continue to perform. Miss Ross never stopped her concerts, honey. And it was raining.
They don't fight at Diana Ross concerts. No, they don't.
Yeah, but honey,
imagine being on stage doing a little Daryl and a fight break out.
Girl, let them fight, honey. Because that's when you hurry up and get that concert done and you get through early, honey, and say, nah, I done got through, y'all. I did my concert.
Right, yeah.
No, so,
but you have to think about it, because Brat, is there a liability with that? But you're a rapper.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't never got sued because somebody had a fight at where I'm performing.
But you ever been on stage performing a fight break out?
Absolutely.
And you was able to perform through that?
Security get them out and you keep going. The show must go on.
Thank you. So, honey, people need to sue Glorilla.
No, they don't need to sue Glorilla. If it was 3 fights that broke out, I'm glad she stopped because then it became a safety issue for her. Like, why are people continuing to fight?
Yeah, that's what we want to know.
That's the kind of people you attract, honey, with your concerts, honey. So if you attract those kind of people, you're going to have those problems.
Oh, Gary, don't do
I ain't
that.
never seen nobody fight at Frankie Beverly and Mays.
Never, honey. No. And like I said,
they all got high blood pressure. Fighting over cholesterol bill.
Okay. See there, so baby, Glorilla girl, honey.
Fighting over amlodipine.
All right now. Girl, I need to get that one, baby.
Amlodipine.
I need to know that one, girl. All right, for Miss Amlodipine.
Oh, they going hard, Brat.
Yes, honey. So that's what people are saying about Glorilla. So, Miss, she need to get it together, honey. All right, the Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahlua. My Kahlua today, y'all, is Hesperidium. On the high end, you say Hesperidium, and on the low, you say beautiful orange marmalade. That's the color that Ricky and Rock T is wearing, y'all, in honor of being in a Florida sunshine state orange, y'all. That's Hesperidium, honey. And for more tea and that, just follow RickySmileyMorningShow.com and go to GaryWithTheT.com, honey. There you go.
Oh my God! He said they don't fight in Frank Beverly. Because all of them, they went with the gun game.
They all got that high blood pressure. they already sitting there lightheaded. Everybody about to fight.
All right, y'all, we're broadcasting live from the Disney Dreamers Academy at Walt Disney. I am so excited to be here at Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. And we are excited to be here again this year. Thank y'all for the wonderful opportunity and bringing so many smiles to so many kids. And just thank Disney for being Disney. I think all of us was raised on Disney. We're just excited to be here and happy to be a part of everything that's going on in the Disney Dreamers Academy. Does so many great things for our youth, and it's an honor to be a part of such a great program. And here with us this morning to tell us all about the Disney Dreamers Academy is the Disney ambassador, Shannon Conrad.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good morning. This energy, I am doing fabulous. How y'all doing today?
We are doing good.
Y'all look good too.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
We had our snacks on the plane.
Yes.
Had a little breakfast.
Come on now.
Some Mickey waffles.
They fed us this morning.
Right here.
Mickey waffles.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm so excited for you. And the title ambassador sounds like a big job. And tell us what is life, what your life is like as a Disney ambassador, and is exactly what do you do?
Yes, sir. So as a Disney ambassador, my partner in Magic and I, we have the honor of representing all 80,000 cast members here at Walt Disney World. And we do that by celebrating them and recognizing them within the company and outside the company into the community. We are emissaries of goodwill, so we are philanthropic with giving back to our community, as well as being the official spokespeople on behalf of the Walt Disney World Parks and Resorts here in Orlando. So it's a huge honor to be here. It's my dream role within Disney. And I'm just truly living the dream every single day.
Sir.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you, Shannon.
Thank you.
Now, you started with Disney back in 2012 through the Disney College Program.
Yes.
Now, for those of us who didn't even know that Disney had a college program, can you tell us about it?
Absolutely. So
and what college you attended as
I got you. So I'm originally from Bakersfield, California. So I went to Cal State Bakersfield. Go Roadrunners.
Okay.
And I started off over at Disneyland working in the parking lots in the Disney College Program, which is a paid internship where Disney invites college students to go and apply, and you work for the company for 6 months. And throughout those 6 months, you have the opportunity to learn about the Disney difference, if you will. So leadership skills, networking skills. And currently here at Flamingo Crossing, they have incredible classes where we invite Imagineers and artists and animators to come out and like pour into these students. So you're gaining so much more than just work experience here in the parks and resorts. You're also gaining those next skills to take you to that next level, that next dream of yours when it comes to your career and college goals.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Shannon, how did the Disney college program change the trajectory of your career?
Let me talk about it, because listen.
Okay, talk
when
about it.
I first started college, I was going out with political science and criminal justice. I wanted to be a lawyer, change the system, you know?
Okay.
And then when I got that offer letter, I said, okay, like, let me think about it, because it was parking.
Right.
Make it make sense. But I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I did, because not only did I get my awesome calves from walking up and down the parking structure stairs, but I also learned about Disney and how it's so much more than just parks and resorts. And I went back to school my junior year and changed my my degree to communications public relations.
Okay.
And after I graduated, I came out here to Orlando, pursued a second college program working at Epcot Mission Space Attractions, which led me to a professional internship. So you gain more leadership behind the scenes, magic, if you will, to support the magic with recruiting. And that changed my trajectory all over again to pursue human resources. Wow. So thanks to Disney Aspire, which is an incredible benefit that pays for our cast members' schooling, I got my master's through Human Resource Strategic Management in 2022.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Listen,
Yes.
we love free education.
Beautiful. Now, Shannon, for parents who are interested in getting their kids involved with the Disney Dreamers Academy,
Yes.
how can they do that?
So every fall, we open up our applications, usually in October or so, and we invite those students to go and just learn about the program, but also apply, because there's no harm, no foul in applying.
Right.
And again, with this program, we're inviting 100 students every year to come out here and pour into them with this mentorship program. So you're not just networking within your peers, you're networking with celebrities, mentors, with industry leaders here at Walt Disney World. You're getting parks, but also that self-experience that can push you into, again, like that goal, that dream that they have. And our dreamers, I know y'all know, but they are incredible individuals at their age. They blow me out the water every year.
And thank you so much for coming on, talking about giving the listeners the information that they need so they could be a part of the Disney Dreamers Academy. We're broadcasting live from the Disney Dreamers Academy from Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. Shannon, thank you so much for everything. We appreciate you, and congratulations to you.
Yes.
And let
Thank you so
people
much.
and you just did let people know, give them the information one more time.
Yes, so go to DisneyDreamersAcademy.com. You can start doing your own research on the program, and then this fall, go ahead and apply, and hopefully we'll see you next year when we celebrate 19 years of the DDA.
And how can they follow you on social media?
Listen, you can follow us with Walt Disney World Ambassadors on Instagram, WDW Ambassadors on Instagram.
All right, y'all, give it up for Shannon Conrad, y'all. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, we are broadcasting live from the Disney Dreamers Academy at Walt Disney World Resort. I'm so excited to be here. Let me say that again. Walt Disney World Resort.
Come on, dog. Let's go.
Excited to be here. Thank y'all for the opportunity. We are broadcasting live from Orlando. Black Tony, what happened, man? We in Orlando.
Hey, what happened? Y'all dropped
Where you
the
at?
ball on this one. Y'all dropped the ball on this one, cuz.
Where you at? We are in Black Tony.
Okay.
We are in Orlando, Florida, live from the Disney Dreamers Academy at Walt Disney World Resort. Where are you?
I already know that, but what happened is you need to put this on your people, shout out your producer on.
Oh,
Cause they supposed to have my correct email address.
Hold on. Beyonce, get to the microphone. Black Tony said you did not have his.
His email bounces back every time because he don't check it and it's full.
He said what?
His email is full because we don't check it.
Now listen up. You got a pencil. Right now, my new email address. I got a new email. What you sent the
Hold on, Black Tony.
old email.
Beyonce, you have a pen or a pencil?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's at Black Tony, the unemployed of the month. On the real player, getting paper in them streets, balling out of control for all the kids.
What?
It ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it. I'll be there tomorrow, 2025. Then you got to put an exclamation point behind it. And you sent it to at Black Tony, the unemployed of the month.
Write it back, because I need you to read it back. Write it down.
Black Tony.
All right, write it down. At Black
I'm
Tony,
not a player.
No.
Go ahead, Black Tony.
Shouty, you not paying attention. At Black Tony, the unemployed of the month, real player getting paper in them streets, balling out of control for all the kids. I ain't gonna make it. I'll be there tomorrow, 2025. But you got to put the exclamation point, and you got to put a capital Black or B on the Black Tony. You got
Okay,
that?
read that back.
And that's at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
All right, read it back, Beyonce.
I got Black Tony gets real paper. I'm a G. Bag 22. I'm coming to work at gmail.com.
Getting paper.
Get what?
This one ain't there. This one ain't there right now.
Why?
Get a shorter email.
Y'all sent it to the wrong email. You did you capture?
Okay, give us the email then. Black Tony, give us the email. Go ahead.
At Black Tony, the real unemployed of the month, real player getting paper in them streets, bottling out of control, but all the kids ain't gonna make it. I be there tomorrow, 2025, exclamation point.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is 8 minutes after the hour. Y'all broadcasting live from where, Alfreda?
Oh, we are live from Disney Dreamers Academy at Walt Disney World Resort.
There it is, Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning,
Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all see the shorts that Gary with the T have on, that he done wore down here to the city of Orlando, Florida, from the Disney Dreamers Academy at Walt Disney World Resort, Mickey Mouse would be proud.
He was, and you know though, but I tell you this,
Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse would be proud.
They're so short.
No, but you know what? I thought it's hot out there. It's hot, so here I'm wearing my shorts. Shorts.
What kind of shorts are those? What did you buy those shorts?
Those are the shorts from the Nair commercials. The We Wear Short Shorts. They're so short.
Yes, make no error, baby, honey.
Short
And it's nice and warm. No, but these are from Mr. Turk's Spring Summer Collection 2024.
How much those shorts cost?
They cost, I don't know, I can't remember right now because you got to tell the price.
Were they over $100?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that was too much.
Good morning. Here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Celebrity mega church pastor, y'all, T.D. Jakes is grateful, Ricky, to be alive after suffering, y'all, what he described as a massive heart attack back in November 2024. That they're saying after revealing that he almost died, Ricky, during the frightening moment. He recalled seeing, listen to this is so touching, seeing a peaceful, serene, white enveloped, cloud enveloped space.
That's what they say happens.
That's what they say.
When you get close to death like that.
Yes, they're saying on March 26th, the 67-year-old bishop appeared on Today, y'all, for an interview with Craig Melvin, where he opened up, y'all, about the frightening health scare that he experienced for the first time while delivering a powerful sermon at the Potter's House Church in Dallas, Texas, where he serves as head pastor. Now, they're saying Jakes had no idea, y'all, that the unsettling symptoms he felt pausing and shaking on stage before lowering his microphone were actually, y'all, signs of a heart attack. Isn't that touching?
Yeah, I'm just glad.
Thank God he's okay.
Yeah, I'm glad he's okay because that Potter's House CD collection that we've been playing on this morning show for 15 years. We still play that Joy Hill song and all of the stuff that Bishop Jakes has done.
Yes.
And I'm just glad that he survived that and that he's okay, and praying for him and his family.
And able to talk about it. So that's
absolutely
a good thing, y'all.
Because I have saw a couple of pastors on the internet had a heart attack and died while preaching. That's real. I'll show you the videos. So we just thank God for that. Yeah.
Yes, Lord. Yes. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, people are all over the world are still upset with some of the people in West Philadelphia. Why? Because it's being reported, y'all, that rapper, actor, Hollywood icon Will Smith, y'all, was honored with a street in his name.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
You are honoring, you're rewarding bad violence.
He made one mistake. That does not negate everything he's done all his life.
Y'all acting like that was a mistake. That was a mistake. He intentionally
we all
hit that
grew
man.
up watching The Fresh Prince.
That don't have nothing to do with that.
He's done amazing things for so many people.
He sure did, I guess. And Bill said he did some amazing stuff for her, too. He sure did.
And he made one mistake.
He sure did. One mistake.
And he's from Philly. It does not mean he cannot have a street named after him. You would want a street after you, and you make mistakes, right?
No. Let's rewind the tape.
Go
you
ahead,
said one mistake. So Bill was one mistake. Slapping Chris Rock was two, so he made two, if that's the case.
No.
Yeah.
And with the Aunt Viv thing, people get into it sometimes, and he apologized for that. He made the mistake of slapping Chris Rock, and it's over. He's apologized. They both have moved on with their lives. Yeah.
You keep saying he apologized. Anita Baker apologized. Anita Baker said, I apologize. Now, Will Smith needs to do something else. He ain't apologized. You are corrupting people's lives.
She did make a whole song that said, I apologize.
She sure did, honey. You know,
I apologize.
She did. No, she did.
Believe me. Honest and true.
Sing it, Brat. You know what? And she's singing this song. But honey, I think it just really hurts my spirit out there.
It don't hurt your spirit, Gary.
A whole street, Gary.
You
A
really
whole
don't.
damn street.
And if me and you would have slapped somebody, we would be in jail.
In jail, hell. So no, that's not cute, honey. So I just feel so bad for the people that know Chris Rock.
And I guess if you slap somebody on that street, you ain't going to jail. If you slap somebody on that street,
you can just slap her and just.
He's
not egging him. He just telling the truth. No,
ain't nobody slapping nobody on no street. Congratulations to Will Smith. You deserve that.
Although that would be ironic if Chris Rock was on that street and he ran into Will Smith and Will Smith slapped him again.
Oh, that's not a good look.
On that street.
Yes,
Lord.
that's not a good
on
look,
Will
honey.
Smith Boulevard.
That is not a good look, baby. I feel so
God.
sorry for the people that like Chris Rock and they got to drive down
Don't feel
Will
sorry
Smith
for
Street,
nobody,
honey.
Gary. The people that love Chris Rock still love Chris Rock. The people that love Will Smith still love
And
Will
Gary,
Smith.
think about all the people all across America that has been slapped.
Exactly. Been slapped, honey. Me at one of them, honey. So yeah,
Me too.
you know, honey.
Who slapped you, Gary?
You know who slapped me. Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahlua. My Kahlua today, y'all,
slapped
is
Gary?
Iridium.
I need
On
to
the
know.
high,
Who slapped Gary?
Oh, you ain't know what that?
What happened? Gary?
Let's not discuss
Oh,
that.
The reunion
today.
tower story.
No.
No.
This was in the car.
This was in the car, you know damn
Yeah,
well.
they was on their way. They was on their way to a party.
We was going to a
And
party.
Gary wouldn't be quiet. And B.E. James, did he backhand? Was it backhand or front hand?
It was, I'm trying to remember. I think it was an open hand like that.
Overhand.
Yeah.
So he under hit with his hand, with his thumb pointing down.
Oh.
Was you driving or was he
I
driving?
was driving hell.
Oh, so he leaned over and slapped
And
you with.
baby, he popped me in the mouth because I was talking. But the sad thing about it is I had to suck it up because girl, I had to go to the party that night. I couldn't go without a date.
Gary.
So I had to take the slap.
All
girl.
I could think about was the 5 heartbeats at the funeral when Diane Carroll slapped Red. He slapped his hair loose.
and Gary, you had to hold your mouth like a white woman.
Yeah, I had to do the white woman. I had to suck it up, girl, and go to the party.
What you do, Gary?
Because Miss Gregory and all was at the party, so we was waiting, you know, and we all had to have a date.
How'd you suck it up after you got slapped? What did you
Baby,
look
I
like?
just closed my mouth. And girl went to the party, was smiling at the girls. Hey, girl, and it just got slapped.
What you say, Gary?
Hey, girl. Hey, Miss Gregory, girl.
Miss Gregory.
It just got slapped, baby. You got to do what you got to do, baby.
Oh my God! Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, everybody make some noise.
We up in here.
Listen, y'all, we are broadcasting live from Disney Dreamers Academy at Walt Disney World Resort. I'm so excited, man. Thank y'all for having us. And you may recognize this young man right here from his roles in movies like Mufasa, The Lion King. You also played Martin Luther King Jr. in Genius.
Yes,
What? MLK, what is it called? MLK/X?
Yeah, MLKX. Yeah.
Yes, and many others. Y'all give it up for Kelvin Harrison Jr.
Building.
Yes, man, and we got something in common. We are both musicians. You play the bruh. You play the piano and the trumpet also.
Yes, sir.
How long you been taking piano?
I started piano. Well, my first instrument was violin. My dad was like, he's a music teacher.
Yeah.
And so he was like, you got to play something if you're going to be in his house. So my sisters played the flute. I played the violin. I was in a Suzuki program. Hurricane Katrina happened. The program went away. And then he was like, all right, well, you still got to play something. So piano.
Right.
And then I did piano and trumpet and concert.
When did you pick up the trumpet? Did you march trumpet?
I probably was like 8.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Flat major scale.
B flat. Yes, sir. You know, I pick up my trumpet once a week and play all my scales.
That's good.
God.
And I'm done.
Yeah, when he say he's done, he's done.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. Y'all not gonna sit up here and try to embarrass me.
Hey, dog.
Just cause y'all don't have no talent and y'all can't play instruments.
I play 7 different instruments.
And Brat, what instruments you play? I know you play the drum.
I play all the brass and all the percussion.
You did play Brat. What instrument?
Yes, the baritone, the trumpet, the tuba.
You play the trumpet and you didn't say nothing?
Yes, the trombone.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
We are and we read music.
Yes.
But Ricky, I play the tamarines.
Oh yeah, in church.
Please, gone, Gary. Now, Kelvin, you were the voice of Scar in Disney's Mufasa, The Lion King, and now you are at the Disney Dreamers Academy.
Come on now.
Yes.
Come on
okay.
now.
Is this like a full circle moment for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's the circle of life.
Yes.
I think I started off in high school, and first of all, the movie came out in '94. That was the year I was born. So
wow.
I've always joked that I came out the womb and they was like, so I was Simba. So I was really excited to kind of do this movie. Like I love the movie. I've always loved Scar. That was my favorite villain growing up, and to be a part of the Academy is like. My dream as a kid was figuring out how can I actually do this acting thing. It didn't necessarily become a real thing for me.
Right.
I was like, that's just people on the screen. They just ended up there, and there's no trajectory to actually getting there.
I have to ask you before you ask your question, Alfred. Have you ever did the character in the drive-through and ordered your food with the voice? Because people recognize your voice. Bro, you should try it.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that.
That would be so fun.
You gotta do it.
I'd be like, yeah, let me get a #1 with cheese. Oh my God, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I know that voice.
Now, Kelvin, we are here, of course, at the Disney Dreamers Academy with 100 teens and their families. What made you decide to get involved in this, and why is this program so important to you?
I think it was. I heard that the topic of this year was finding purpose. And that's been such a huge thing for me, especially growing up. And it's like I started off thinking I wanted to be a musician, and then I wanted to be a lawyer, and then I went to college for marketing, and then I transitioned. I went again. I was going to be a studio engineer. You know what I mean? It was just we're constantly evolving, and dreams are always evolving as well. And I think what I was really excited to share with these kids or these young people is that there's no judgment in the journey. You know what I mean? Like all of it is collecting tools to finding your greater purpose in this life. And we're just here to use them all as best of our abilities so we can be of service to a greater community. And that's how I approach becoming an actor. Cause I wanted to be a pop star. I auditioned for American Idol twice, and I was really trying to. I don't sing like that. But I said people out here in chicken suits getting gold tickets. Why not me?
Okay.
Say it.
Okay.
And you were born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana, which is a place with so much culture, with the food, music, Mardi Gras, and so much more. How did New Orleans shape you?
Yeah, I mean, I went to school after Katrina in a little red schoolhouse smack in the middle of the French Quarter. And so we would have to park 3 blocks down, and we would pass the Blue Dog and Cafe Du Monde and like hear the street musicians and the kids with like soda cans.
Don't start me on that coffee, bro, and them beignets.
Yep.
Come on,
I know, right?
Mouth-watering.
Shoot, I still got to work that off. But it was just so much culture and just beauty and just exposure to different walks of life, and I think it kept me full and inspired, and that was a beautiful thing to get young as a kid, to stay inspired.
Right.
Now, I see you've got a lot of stuff. You've been busy, and you got some projects in the works, so tell the people where they can expect to see you next.
Yeah. I have a film out on Hulu right now called Odessa with Searchlight, and then Mufasa the Lion King is now streaming on Disney Plus. So everybody can watch it. My little godson, he's watched it twice in the last 24 hours. So that's what's up right now. And then I'm working on a Basquiat film. I'm playing Jean-Michel Basquiat.
Yes, Basquiat.
At the end of the year.
Yes, sir. So we're at Disney Dreamers Academy, and of course, the land of dreams. And we're talking to actor Kelvin Harrison Jr. What's one piece of advice you give to someone looking to turn their dreams into reality?
Wow.
All right, then, Bob Barker, come on with that question.
Make sure to get your cat dog spayed.
You sound like a journalist in here, right? You don't talk like that.
Why you laughing so hard, Kelvin?
To turn your dream into reality.
I was locked in.
Yes, sir. Then you feel motivated with it. How you turn your dream into
imagine.
Yes, sir.
That's a dream.
Go ahead, do it in Scar's voice.
Wow. But all seriously, I think it's just individualism is a beautiful thing. And I think there's so many clones of the same. Social media likes to put us all in the same little bracket, and you want to do the following thing. But the best way to do your dream is to find your individual path and achieving that, and also bringing your personality, your character, your experiences to the forefront. And I think when you lose that, then you start to become part of a bigger flock, and it's harder to kind of break through. But yeah.
Man, and we are so happy you stopped by. And first of all, we want to say, from musician to musician, we are absolutely proud of you, man.
Yes.
And keep continuing to do what you're doing, and keep reaching for the stars, and keep being great. Keep representing New Orleans, man. And let everybody know, how can they follow you?
Oh, on Instagram. Or I don't know, really. I mean, I guess Instagram. I have a TikTok, apparently.
Oh, they'll hit you up. Tell them what the TikTok page.
It's KelvinHarrisJr.
Okay.
Or no, maybe it's Kelvin Harrison Jr.
Uh-oh.
There it is. I really do be on there, y'all. I promise.
Hey, man, congratulations, man. Y'all give it up and show your love for Kelvin Harrison Jr. Y'all make some noise up in here. We are broadcasting live from the Disney Dreamers Academy at Walt Disney World Resort. So excited to be here. Jeff Johnson has 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning, man.
Hey, good morning, Rick. Good morning, everybody. Good to be with y'all. There's so much going on right now. It's almost hard to keep up with it. Many of you may know that President Trump revoked security clearance of several prominent political figures, including former President Joe Biden, his family, former Vice President Kamala Harris, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, and many others. I mean, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, New York Attorney General Letitia James, former officials Anthony Blinken. I mean, the list goes on. And it's crazy to think that in a week where the Trump administration doesn't know how to properly use their security clearance, talking about classified information over Signal, they're denying access for security clearance to many who could use it, not only as professionals, but as potential advisors. And that's normally why that security clearance keeps being given. Now, it is fair to mention that President Biden revoked former President Trump's security clearance when he was in office, because he felt like President Trump couldn't be trusted, that he was unstable, and as a result, wasn't safe for him to have security clearance when he wasn't president. So there is precedence for this. But the biggest problem is what's happened with everything else. Will this start becoming just a political, petty move to deny those folks access to security clearance when they're no longer in office or when the parties change? So it's not like President Trump is looking for advice from any of them in the first place. But there are some, especially attorneys, that use that security clearance for clients. And that's potentially putting them at risk because that security clearance is necessary for some of the client work that they do. So more to say on that. I think what's even more important, for those of you that did not know, yesterday President Trump announced that the administration is going to cut $11.4 billion in COVID funding from health departments. Now, you might think the same way the department did when they said that the COVID-19 pandemic is over and HHS will no longer waste billions of taxpayer dollars responding to a non-existent pandemic that America moved on from years ago. And that was from the Department of Health and Human Services yesterday. Here's the bigger issue, you all. If you remember, one of the greatest challenges that happened during COVID was readiness. There were so many hospital systems, states that weren't prepared to deal with that pandemic. And so the immediate impacts, you're going to have health departments that are compelled to halt or scale back essential services. There's a report in Lubbock, Texas, that public health officials have been directed to cease work funded by those grants that are responding to this measles outbreak. In Virginia, departments of health anticipate significant layoffs affecting community health workers, nurses, epidemiologists, due to the early termination of grants that supported current staffing and ongoing projects. The long-term consequences, you all, are some of this funding helped some of these health systems get to a place of readiness. And with the withdrawal of these funds, it's going to undermine the capacity of health departments to monitor and respond to emerging infectious diseases that are leaving communities more vulnerable to future health crises. And not like we don't have them. We've seen it even with the measles. And last but not least, like this funding being removed is going to lead to job losses within public health sector. exacerbating economic challenges, particularly in communities heavy reliant on these programs. And so, again, talking about this like it's just about COVID, like this money went to the states for COVID, and now because COVID doesn't exist anymore, quote unquote, it's not necessary. No, these are funds that allow states to make sure they can reply and respond to real health issues, current and in the future, that prior to COVID, they did not have the resources to. So yet again, this is a loss presented by this administration in the name of getting rid of money that's created that was connected to something that they tried to say was false. We just continue to take hits, y'all, one after another, after another, after another. Y'all, let me know what you are thinking. Hit me at Jeff's Nation. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a fantastic Thursday. Y'all have a great time there in Orlando. Yes, sir?
Everything you just said, a lot of this stuff is happening because people don't go out and vote. People don't go out and vote, Jeff. And everything that you're sitting up here talking about right now is a result of people not going out to vote when people have died for us to have the opportunity and the rights to vote. And these are some of the results. And I feel terrible about it. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you.
But we also got to say, Ricky, man, a lot of people just don't trust people running. And so both parties, the Democrats in particular, got to do a better job at casting a vision instead of just saying what they don't like. Right. And so I'm with you all day long. But we don't live in a time anymore where you can use that as a reason to excite people. We got a lot to do, man. We got a lot to do.
Jeff, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Jeff's Nation, IG, hit it.
All right, y'all, 11 minutes after that. Super Dave, are we live on the radio?
Right now, you're live.
Super Dave, are we live on the air?
You're live on the air right now.
Quit messing with Super Dave, dog.
Did that sound professional, Alfreda?
I mean, not that professional.
You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to just come on.
Yeah.
Let's start. Brett, let's rewind, Brett. Rewind, Brett. All right, here we go. All right, y'all, we are live from the Disney Dreamers Academy at Walt. We're so excited to be here. Listen, man, today we have the pleasure of speaking with a Grammy and Emmy Award-winning songwriter, bass guitarist, oh my God, producer and director. Everybody, please give it up for Adam Blackstone.
What's up? Yeah. So thankful to be here.
Man, we happy to have you, man. Congratulations on everything. Representing Trenton, New Jersey.
That's right. Through Philly, and it's just an East Coast thing, and hey, I feel real good about it.
Yes, sir. And congratulations on your Grammy win as producer for Hell's Kitchen on Broadway.
Yes.
You got to be still
now. Listen, I need next time y'all in New York, everybody, I need y'all to hit me up and go see that. Produced, composed, lyrics by Miss Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
We've been working on that for about 9 years. I think 12 for her, but she brought me in 9 years ago, and we had our opening night, April of 24 last year. Nice. And here we are now, Grammy Award winning, and it feels real good, man. And especially, if I'm gonna be honest, for the culture to see black and brown people on Broadway, that's something that growing up I never even knew was like super possible. Right. And that's one of the reasons I'm even here at Dreamers to just inspire and just tell kids, you don't always have to dribble a ball, pass a ball, even play something. I'm able to live out my dreams and be in those areas through music.
Wow. That's what's up. Now, you have served as the musical director on some of the world's biggest stages, from some of the most memorable Super Bowl halftime shows, NBA All-Star Weekends, NBC's The Voice, and The Masked Singer. You've also directed acts like Justin Timberlake, Queen Latifah, and so many more. Now, you have been the mastermind behind so much. What were those experiences like, and which one are you most proud of?
They've been some incredible experiences. Like I said, growing up, I knew music was a huge part of my life, growing up in church, and my mom and dad being heavily involved in the church. My dad's a keyboard player.
Was your dad hell on that B3?
Oh, he cold. He still is cold on the B3 for sure. But he was, what we call now wedding band type of singer. He would go do bar mitzvahs, weddings, church banquets, funerals every day, and brought the cheddar home. And when I moved to Philly in 2000 for college, man, that's really when a big part of my life elevated and changed. I was able to, long story short, go to the open mic scene. That's when neo soul was super booming, and The Roots, Questlove, Jill Scott, Bilal,
Yes.
Music Soul Child. And from there, we jumped into an incredible hip-hop scene where, live bands were like a thing. So The Roots ended up being Jay-Z's band for a while, and Questlove had brought me on as well to do that. So that's kind of where it all happened for me. And from there, I just kind of tried to elevate and blossom.
Wow.
There's so many different moments I can think of.
Don't forget the So Def moment.
So Def
Yeah.
reunion,
Oh my
my brother JD, the
Yes.
Brat.
Yes.
We brought Jay-Z out for that.
Yes, I remember that. That was an epic night in Atlanta. Yes, it
ATL
was.
was popping, and I just I always want to represent the culture and let people know how R&B hip hop has permeated the globe, and it can be in different facets and areas of music. So there's so many different things that I think about. Even me working with Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, and Rascal Flatts and Justin Timberlake, and these people that
That's crazy, man.
I don't look like, but they value my gift.
And
they
that's
value,
awesome.
Your resume is sick.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wait,
I feel blessed.
can you talk to us about what you don't do?
I try to do everything, man. There's a lane of music. Music has the power to heal.
Yes.
Has the power to permeate the atmosphere. And so, at one point when I was in 10th grade, I thought I was gonna play baseball. You know what I mean?
Right,
But I chose music, and now I just did the World Series for Leslie Odom and Shoshana Bean to sing the national anthem. Fat Joe was out there.
Nice.
And so I'm making that correlation because I wanted to play ball one time. Now I do the NBA All-Star music.
Come on,
it's
That's
like
right.
music
Full
has
circle.
taken me to these places that I know, the gift of music can just put me in the room. And I just have to be prepared, and God has blessed me to with the work ethic to be
Man.
You
prepared and
better say
to
a
even
word.
dream
I
big.
know, right?
For real.
Yeah. All these people listening to you, man, they needed to hear that.
Straight
Yes.
up.
Yeah,
Yes.
do not take your work for granted
Nah.
and think that nobody's listening or watching, and it could be you. You know where you've been, but you don't know where you're going.
For
That's
sure.
right. And
And-
you've shown that you don't have to stick to one thing.
Not at
you know,
all.
you're not a one-trick pony. You don't have to just be in one box. A lot of times as artists, they want you to just be
They try
a
to,
bass
yeah,
player, or they
real bad.
don't want you to do other things. Same with being a rapper. Oh,
Yeah.
if you rap, you can't sing. If you rap, you can't act. You can't do all these things.
Or
So
work
thank
with
you.
rappers.
Thank you.
You know
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying?
So
Now you doing Mariah, you doing, you know what I'm saying? Like all that
Yeah.
stuff is like that expands
exactly.
our reach.
Exactly.
Wow. So I'm
so
excited.
that's awesome. So today we are here at the Disney Dreamers Academy with 100 teens and their families.
Yes.
How did you get involved?
So, a young lady by the name of Deborah Bird, who is an incredible show booker. One of her best friends is Miss Pam Hare, and the whole cast of Disney Dreamers. My mentor, Amir Questlove Thompson, was a keynote speaker last year.
Okay.
And so also that correlation there. And I think that, again, to see my evolution as a musician and to, if I can be truthful, to win my first Grammy not for my music shows that there's an expansion there in like different areas of work that can be done. So what better way to, try to show that than to tell the kids like it doesn't always have to be in one area, like you said.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm glad to be here. I'm super glad to be here, and I'm hoping that I'll inspire the next generation.
Yeah, we have
So Adam, what does Disney Dreamers mean to you?
The word dream alone is what I've based my whole career off of. So I'm thankful to, dream big and trust God, and that's the message that I'm going to try to tell this week.
And hold that thought, man, because we're not gonna rush you out of here or whatever. So we're gonna bring you back during we'll do half. We'll split the front page up, bring you back on the other side. We are so happy to have you, and
I'm glad to be here.
Such an inspiration, y'all. More Adam Blackstone up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
This is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, we're broadcasting live from the Disney Dreamers Academy at Walt Disney World Resort. Orlando, Florida. We're so excited to be here. Got your front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning. It's Thursday, March 27th. Here's what's happening in the news. President Trump is keeping TikTok's fate in limbo. Maybe he'll extend ByteDance's deadline to sell, or maybe he'll cut China a tariff deal instead. Meanwhile, Trump just slapped a 25% tariff on foreign-made cars and trucks, claiming it'll boost U.S. manufacturing and rake in up to $1 trillion. Now, he's also throwing a tax break on car loan interest if you buy American. Mexico and Canada are already threatening to fire back with tariffs of their own. The Social Security Administration just did a quick U-turn on its plan to make everybody apply for benefits in person or online. Now, starting in April, only people applying for retirement, survivors, or family benefits have to follow those rules. Planned Parenthood is facing an imminent funding freeze as the Trump administration reviews whether it's complying with its ban on DEI. The pause could take effect as early as today. Coincidentally, anti-abortion activists are expected to rally on Capitol Hill today. For more information on these stories, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Here's Rock T with sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
I sure am, ladies and gentlemen. Rick, the NFL done it again. Doggone it. They done made me mad. They done changed another rule.
What?
So they're banning Dallas Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb's signature nose white celebration.
What's wrong with that?
They're saying it's a violent gesture. You know, because if you in a fight, Bruce Lee used to do it. You know, back when Bruce Lee used to fight and he'd get hit in the mouth, he would kind of wipe his mouth and like, ah. So that's where he got it from.
It's a violent sport.
Yeah, it's a violent.
In the gritty.
Lord.
I mean, they're going to violate that, but
Come on, man.
The gritty is stomping roaches, ain't it?
Pretty much.
And then anybody said primetime dancing down the sideline. You can't wait.
Yeah, but primetime dance
what is this called right here?
That's ice in your veins.
Ice in the veins?
Yeah. They remove the throat slashing thing. You can't do this. You can't slash, pretend like you slashing your throat.
Why?
They say it's violent.
It's violent. No, the hit coming across the middle, running the dig route, getting hit by that.
Okay.
Getting hit by the strong safety is violent.
Come on, dog.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
That's what put me in the marching band right there.
Man,
Scotty Benson.
I'm tired of all these doggone rules.
Scotty Benson had a bike helmet, and I ran a slant to the inside.
And lit you up,
And
dog.
Donnie Powell threw me the ball. Scotty Benson hit me so hard, I saw grass in my face mask, and I looked on the other field, and I saw the marching band, and I remember they was playing Eye of the Tiger.
Right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
And I was laying in the grass with grass in my face, and I said, maybe this is not for me.
And the next week you was where?
And so that was a Wednesday. I quit the football team that Wednesday, and I marched. I went out to band practice that Thursday and marched that Friday. Because I took music. I took first period music, so I already knew the sheet music. I just needed to learn the precision.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Like a football play.
Scotty Benson lived in St. Louis. He had you remember them bike helmets was they heavier than the Rodell helmet.
Yes, sir. That was an upgrade.
I got hit by a bike helmet in the chest.
Tore you up.
And man, I saw my great grandmama died when I was about a year and a half.
Is it still tender to this day?
It's still tender to this day. Man, he hit me so hard, man. I saw my great grandmama, and she said, "Baby, get up. It's gonna be all right." And I heard James Cleveland and Mahalia Jackson, and then I heard Tremaine Hawkins. I heard doo 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 doo.
Going up a yonder.
Going up a yonder. Boy, I got hit so hard.
If anybody asks you.
Yes, sir. I went and grabbed that trumpet. I said, God got a bigger plan.
There it is. Brat, you got what we talking about?
You be loving that story when I get talking about running that slant route.
Yes, sir.
Scotty Benson. Scotty Benson.
Oh, dog.
It's the BR 18.
Yes, sir.
That's funny.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, man. Hey, I'm telling you, man, football to get you in the band quick.
Facts.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, we are here, man, broadcasting live from the Disney Dreamers Academy at Walt Disney World Resort. We got my man, Adam Blackstone, in the building one more time.
Yes.
Glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
So, Adam, man, looking at your journey, right?
Yes.
From where you started to where you are right now, what advice do you have for the dreamers of today?
The only advice I have is to continue to dream big and trust God. I'll say that a lot, and it's a quote by I heard my uncle Tony Jackson say that it just, to me, it exemplifies everything that I've been through. There's no cap, there's no ceiling. I think that sometimes, especially as minorities, we may try to be forced into a box. We talked about that earlier, Brad, but it's kind of like, if you see somebody doing or inspiring you to do something that you want to do, sometimes all it takes is a word from them. And again, I try to show and tell the youth that there's so many different avenues to make it. I walk into the rooms at the Grammys and the Oscars, and I see the same camera people. They don't know who made it. Don't always have to be on stage.
Right.
I see the same lighting directors. I see the same audiologists. You know what I mean? So it's like even being able to know that there are other jobs out there for people to excel.
Yes.
Allows me to be at events like this to continue to tell people to keep dreaming.
Love it.
Yeah, man, and big shout out to your cousin Troy Knowles.
That's my big cuz, OG.
Yeah, OG, who has done a lot of work over the years for our morning show.
Absolutely.
And was on the road with me for years. And his son is an awesome drummer. I watched that kid grow up, and he's playing.
He played with me, little James Troy Knowles.
Man,
so I'm so
you
excited.
ever saw him, Brat? Oh,
I'm so excited
dope.
to, I'm all about legacy, and my family
That's
is a big part of that for me. They run everything from the CFO being wifey to OG Troy Knowles, my cousin being everything else, BTS security, to my little cousin playing drums with me. It means so much to continue to have that legacy around me, because again, we inspire each other too.
Right.
That's the other thing. When you see somebody that you love specifically doing things that you may have never thought could happen, like that's why we do it.
And we were talking, Troy worked for me for years, and it's coincident that we're family, and that guy would pull you to the side and tell you what you need to know. He's way ahead of his time.
Way ahead of his time.
Super smart.
Super smart and a protector.
Absolutely.
And that's why I love him. And he, the family, the blood is great, but at the same time, you need to be held accountable sometimes for some things too. And he always does that, and we do that for each other, and it makes you better. It really, really does. Absolutely. It makes you better when people care.
Ain't that funny how everything just come around the full circle, Brad? Like all your connections, man. Like it's like one big family. It's a pleasure, man. I'm so
glad to be here, and y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. We listen
you.
to y'all every morning, and it just feels good to be here. And see
yes,
y'all
sir.
face.
And let everybody know how can they follow you on social media.
Absolutely. Adam Blackstone, at Adam Blackstone, just like it sounds, ADAMBLACKSTONE, all platforms. And again, look out for new music. When you're in New York City, please go see Hell's Kitchen on Broadway at the Schubert Theater.
Yes.
Got some movies coming out this summer. New music, shows, all of the things, man. Follow me, and I'll be sure to shout y'all out.
I got to share this with you. Bootsy Collins gave me a bass guitar.
Absolutely.
And I asked him to sign it. He said, I'm not going to sign it until you learn how to play it.
Okay.
So
did you learn how to play, though?
I can play Ashanti's Happy all the way through. But that's the only song I know how to. Yeah.
4 notes.
Yeah, it's only got 4 notes. You're right. You're right. Man, you make me sick. You know what?
I'm gonna sit down with you. We're gonna learn some Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah. I know you know Verdine.
I would love to learn that. Come on, Brat, sing the song.
Come on now.
Oh yeah, I got you. I'm gonna give you those 3 notes.
Give me okay.
Bum,
Bum,
yeah.
We got to learn that, man. Man, so happy to have you, man. Y'all
Thank you
give
for
it up.
having me, y'all.
Show your love one time for Adam Blackstone. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.